What's up, YouTube? Hey, C494 here. Before you say it, I know my hair is somewhere between Ace Ventura and Heat Miser. To say that my situation here is unkempt is an understatement, but it be like that sometimes. The humidity in North Carolina and the whole COVID-19, everybody's being quarantined and we don't have to go play Army and whatnot. Boom, nailed it. So anyway, I get asked questions every single day, by some person, a group of people, whatever, about the 6mm CHyeetA, about like what the progress is, what's going on with it, and I'm trying to answer those questions right now. So the 6mm CHyeetA is my rifle cartridge. I designed it, and because of that, it has it having my name attached to it. I want it to be perfect whenever it goes out. And Andy Vovu, the owner of Bullet Consulting Group, bless his gay little heart, I'm sure he had no idea what a pain in the ass I was going to be about this. Whenever I had told him to make me prototypes to go demo in Alabama and Florida and stuff like that, like I had taken it to a couple of demo events and stuff, I had told him, oh, they don't have to be perfect because they're just demos and I'm just going to show them off to some people and, kind of get some feedback and stuff like that. And then whenever he gave them to me, I was nitpicking every little thing about them. And really, there was nothing wrong with them. It might have been like, it was something so simple as like there was like a line on the finish or something like that. But anyway, so today I got the final product, basically. With the exception of mine looks a little bit different than y'all's for one reason, and I'll explain that. So what you guys will be receiving, the guys who pre-ordered these, this is the 18-inch 6mm CHyeetA barrel that will come in the CHyeetA kit. It starts off as a 1-inch profile, and then where the gas block goes, it has a .875, so it accepts a .875 gas block. That way the barrel could be thicker throughout, so that for barrel harmonics and stuff like that, you have a thicker barrel for precision, because that's what this was made for. Barrel is a Criterion blank, and all of the work was done by Andy Vovu over at Bullet Consulting Group. The only difference between this one and the ones that you guys are going to be getting is it is not bead blasted. I wanted this one to be stainless, and y'all's is going to look like this one as far as the bead blast. Keep in mind, this one has been used hard. So this one is the one of the prototypes, one of the prototype 12-inch that I have, and I have shot this one. I'm not going to say too much, but this has become one of my favorite guns, the 12-inch CHyeetA. The only thing I'm going to change about it is I'm going to put an adjustable gas block on it. This one, actually, I didn't even put an adjustable on. I just ran a regular gas block. But the way that this one is set up right now, even with this economy scope, which this scope's coming off, even with this economy scope on it, it shoots sub MOA all day long. I've got multiple people who have shot at sub MOA that shoots great. Love this gun. This gun is the shit. And this is just such a handy package, and just a handy size of gun to run like that. But that one is bead blasted, as y'all's will be. Mine is stainless. My 18 inch is stainless. So I mean, other than me bore scoping this, which I'm going to have you guys see the inside, I'm going to show you guys what the insides of this thing looks like. There's nothing really special to say. I mean, like I said, it's a 1-inch profile up to the mid-length gas system. Originally, I was going to go with a rifle-length gas system on the 18-inch version, and a rifle-length on that, and a mid-length on the 12-inch. But what I found was with a mid-length on the 12-inch, unless you're running it suppressed, I can't reliably push that unless I drill out the gas hole like big. And I didn't want to do that. So maybe on Gen 3 or something like that. But anyway, so yeah, this right here, the 18-inch 6mm CHyeetA, like I said, it's got a .875 profile to the end, 1 inch at the beginning, 5/8 by 24 threads. for, you know, suppressors or whatever muzzle device you might use. And also it has a target crown. I had him do a target crown on this. The original or the prototypes did not have that, and they were still shooting sub-MOA all day long. All right, so I mean, there's nothing really else special to say about this, and we're going to bore scope this here in a minute, but you get the idea. It's going to look like, you know, every other barrel for an AR-15, except for it's chambered in 6mm CHyeetA. All right, and it's got a target crown and, you know, made with love and whatnot, and it'll be bead blasted. All right, so that's the barrel. It's also going to come with a case gauge. So the case gauges are just for, you know, like, you've got, you know, your loaded ammo and you just drop it in there, and if it drops down in there and it meets up to the shoulder or whatever, then you know it's going to feed in your gun. So, you know, that'll work. So it's going to come with a case gauge. There was actually like 5 generations of case gauge that we've gone through, and I ended up settling on one similar to this. This isn't the one that you guys will be getting exactly, but it's got a beveled top. One of the ones before it did not have the bevel, and I just wanted it. It wasn't causing any kind of issue or anything like that. I just wanted it to have a better bevel. And this one also has knurling down here, just in case, for whatever reason, one of the bullets that you know, sized or whatever, you drop it down in there and it gets stuck. That way you can, you know, you have something to grab onto whenever you try to push that thing out. Or if you try to put like something that you just fired, like this one is a piece of fired 6mm CHyeetA, and obviously it will not go in there at all. Like, it stops right there. Like, that's even putting pressure on it. So so that's the case gauge. Case gauge is super simple. You know, it's just to make sure that something's going to fit in your gun, which is, you know, important for gas guns. More important for gas guns, I would say. Okay, like 10 generations of this have come and gone. The full-length resizer. So the one that I've settled on is this one, and the reason why I chose this one over, you know, some of the other generations and like little things that we wanted to tweak, was the thing that's unique is this one. You can use the bolt that comes with it. So we're not like this one. This one's bent. I messed this one up. But for the full-length resizing die, it'll bump the shoulder, but you use redding bushings. You just drop your redding bushing down inside of it, and then you just run a bolt down it, you tighten it down, and then, you know, that's it. And you run it in your die just like that. Now, the thing that we ended up changing and modifying was still uses redding dies, but now you can use a decapping pin or expander ball. So this was one of the most recent things that I decided on that I wanted to have. So now it's got the redding bushing in it, and then it's got the spacer that goes with a regular redding die. So the top part just screws down. These are redding parts, and it works for apparently Redding or Wilson parts. So now you can full length resize, and you can neck it down, bump the shoulder back, and size the body of the case. Wow. Sorry guys, I just got off work. It's really hot working in the shop. My brain's kind of mush right now, and you can do it with the redding top if you want, or the one that comes with it is just a regular bolt that's going to just screw into the top, and you just drop your bushing down in there. Alright, I might need to edit that out. So that's the die, the full length resizing die. I'm actually putting it back together because I'm going to use it later. And also it comes with this a bolt, just a regular bolt, so that whenever you tighten it down into your reloading press, you just run that bolt down and just leave it there. Or you can use a regular lock ring or whatever you want to use. The only thing that we're changing about this before you guys actually get them is we're putting flats on them so that you can use a adjustable wrench to get it out if it gets stuck in your press. Whew. Have I been drinking? You'd think. Anyway, alright, so barrel, die, case gauge. Oh yeah, bolt. So every 6mm CHyeetA is going to come with a matching bolt that goes with the gun. The gun is head spaced 2, so this is the perfect fit bolt for this gun. Alright, so be looking forward to that. Now let's scope this thing, but before we do, quick mention, get y'all some Boogaloo. Alright, let's scope this thing. So this is the barrel extension, nothing crazy here, no frills. Right inside you will notice that there is a bevel that leads into the chamber. That is for reliability and function. A lot of people, including myself, are going to be using this for competition, and I wanted it to work in competition. So that was a big deal for me, was making sure that there was a bevel that led into the chamber. Alright, let's go in. Whoa, 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 too fast, too fast, too fast. Alright, so there is the shoulder. As you can see, it's very nice and clean and uniform. Neck, throat, lead, rifling. And as you can see, there has not been a single round fired through this barrel. That's why you don't see any copper buildup or anything like that. It hasn't been shot at all. The only thing I've done with it is run a couple patches through it, which you can kind of tell. That's the gas port right there. You can kind of see a little bit of fabric hanging off of the end of the gas port, and that's technical difficulties. There we go. Did I go too far? Yeah, there's a little bit of fabric hanging off of the gas port there from me just running a couple of patches through it, because that's just one of those things that I do whenever I get any new barrel. Alright, nothing exciting, just rifling, and we've been shot. Let's go back. One CHyeetA chamber. Hopefully in all of my rambling, you got the gist of what you were wondering, which was, you know, what are the 18-inch barrels going to look like, which now you know. Inside and out, you know, 5/8 by 24 threads, like I'd said before, 0.875 gas block, and a 1-inch profile, and then a regular barrel extension for an AR-15, and 6mm CHyeetA chamber cut into it or reamed into it, and it's a 1-in-7 twist barrel and a target crown. So that's all you really need to know, and it's going to be bead blasted. Like I said, mine is stainless. Everybody else's is going to be bead blasted to look like the 12-inch that I've got. And then the case gauge, super simple case gauge, nothing fancy, no frills. The die, like I said, it's a custom die just for 6mm CHyeetA, and it'll use Redding bushings, and you can use the Redding decapping pin, or a Wilson decapping pin if you so choose, and then the matching bolt that matches the barrel. Hope this answered y'all's questions. Actually, there was one more question: is when will you be getting your barrels? Because that's one that I get pretty regular too. So I just gave him the green light today. Today is the, who knows? It's August the something. And I just got this today, and I'm approving it today. So he said something about this week he would start reaming the chambers this week, and then next week he can do the profiling and everything like that. So not to sound optimistic or anything, but I would expect maybe 3 weeks. So and that's kind of pushing it, actually. I think that 3 weeks is a little bit longer, but then again, that's up to Andy. That's not up to me. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video.